Hello everybody, welcome back to another video today, and we're back at it with PMWeather mod stuff, and the mod got a new update. Let's just say in this video some crazy stuff has happened, but before we get started, I really appreciate if you like this, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, check the description down below because there's a ton of other stuff down there. So I'm not going to hold you guys back any longer, let's just jump right into this. So there's been a lot of stuff that has been added, and a lot of it's based off of fires. So let me clear this so I can kind of show you guys what we got going on. So first item right here is this fire extinguisher. You can use this to put out fires. It works very well. You'll see that a little bit later. Very helpful for when you have a wildfire happening. Don't mind what has happened to this village, by the way. Just ignore it. Totally didn't get slapped by something. You'll see it later. The next bit is this ash piece that you can make ash blocks, and you can use this as fertilizer, like any of your crops and that kind of good stuff. Another new thing that's been added is the calendar, which is right here. You could use this to kind of just figure out what day it is. You can also change the calendar stuff in the settings. I probably will be discussing that a little bit later. Now for some of your other blocks, you got some rotten logs or rotten planks. Rotten logs will develop when you like destroy trees and that kind of stuff. So when the trees are decaying, you can get these rotten logs, and you can make rotten planks if you want to. That's on you. I don't know why you would, but another thing is the smoldering dirt, smoldering logs, which will turn into charred stuff, charred logs, charred grass, whatnot. This is your ash block. Yep. And then you also have rebar, which can be used to reinforce all your stone blocks and some of the other blocks that are in this game. If you want to let me know what those are, because I don't know what the other reinforced blocks are except for the stone blocks, just let me know. So yeah, just like that, I placed that stone block there. I don't know what's going on with the game. The server's just like falling on its face. But this is a way to reinforce the stuff. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Now, one of the biggest things that have changed is a lot of the crafting recipes. Now let's take a look at the crafting recipe for rebar. It's really not that bad. Just have to make iron bars, put it in the furnace. Okay, it looks like you need the blast furnace to do this no matter what. It seems like, yeah, just to make the rebar. Okay. Recipe for your tornado sensor. I don't know what's changed exactly. I think this is different than before, the tornado sensor, because I don't remember you needed torches for the tornado sensors. Tornado siren looks about the same. Yeah, okay. The anemometer looks like the recipe's changed for this now, so you need iron bars. Weather station, I don't think that's changed. Maybe, I don't know. Sound deviator looks like it's the same. The blue platform also looks like it's the same. Connector, that's the same. This is different actually. You only need the carpets now, which allows you to actually have more of these now, or how many pieces of carpet you make from with the world. So but this is different, so I don't know if it actually will give you more or not. This is the recipe for the fire extinguisher. To make it, this is all you need right here to make this. And then if you want to just like recharge it, you can just use the water bucket to recharge the fire extinguisher. You should be good. I'm assuming that's for recharging it. Recipe for your calendar, you need the clock, a lot of paper, then the amethyst shard. Radon blocks, this is how you make them. Looks like it's a little bit different than before, so you need iron nuggets now, and then all this. So yeah, looks like the recipes have been changed a good little bit here, so that is something you need to keep in mind. Also, one block I forgot to mention is this is reinforced concrete. So here's the difference between regular white concrete and reinforced white concrete. Quite literally no difference in color and shading like some of the other reinforced blocks have. Well, the few reinforced blocks that are in this right now. Alright, so with that being said, let's get into some of the other more crazier stuff, showing what this mod is capable of now, especially with the fire update and some changes to the tornadoes as well. Alrighty, so while we let this cook up a little bit, as you can see, this fire is really starting to spread now. I turned the moisture down just a little bit to see what that does. You can do that through a command. Weather, moisture set. Let's do 25 actually. Let's see what that does. Let's go for a few changes. So obviously fire has been changed in this game quite a bit. You can kind of see what's going on right now, trying to start a forest fire. As I said before, a yearly cycle has been implemented into PMWeather mod, which means Serene Seasons is no longer compatible with this mod. Codebase has been rewritten with ability for different add-ons to be built on top of. Firewalls we saw the other stuff like the fire extinguishers, which we could use to fight fires. Entities can be burned by extreme heat from these fires. One thing you can do to keep away from these big fires if you absolutely have to, is you can go quite a bit underground and you can seek refuge that way. Another thing is to this is you can use armor to help resist against this extreme heat. And no, it does not keep you immune from it. It just helps resist it. It'll give you some more time to get underground and away from the fire. And blocks can spontaneously ignite under extreme temperatures and burn. Blocks can suffer from wear and tear in extreme temperatures, resulting in some scarring. Okay, here we go. Now we have audio as well for the fire stuff. You can see how much more quickly everything's burning because it's a lot drier. Things are going to start smoldering. Kind of to see how this goes, so let it build up. Anyways, I'm going to continue yapping while this keeps going on. I wonder if we're going to get a fire world here. I think we actually might have a fire world developing. I'm not even joking. We'll have to see. There's also a client-side config that could be changed for particle density for fires. So that kind of just depends on what all the particles that are visible and all that kind of stuff. We'll look at the config stuff in a minute here. Alright, while this goes on, let's look at the config stuff real quickly. So as you see, the menu's a little bit different than it was before. Some extra stuff added, changed. Graphic stuff. Pretty much everything's the same. So this though is one of the newest things that got added. But in the mod, we forego texture lookup and VM noise in favor of the fly calculation. So I guess this is just something for performance. I actually don't know what it really is, to be honest. So if anyone wants to let me know, just let me know in the comments. So fire particle density, you can increase that or decrease it. Let's just increase it because why not? Sounds here obviously just leaves volume and sound volume. Debug itself is for radar, which there's a new debug setting which is related to the fire stuff. You saw it right there. But if you look in this menu, yeah, something for fire. This is for fire intensity. So that debug is now there for the radar. And then this weather anemometers will shake at high speeds. Server settings, a lot of things are here as well. Dew seasons, so you can disable and disable seasonal stuff if you want to. Save for the crops. This is just the spawn system for all the storm stuff that where this is at now. Storms, this is the same global. Let's see, that's for overcast and all that kind of stuff. You can change the month length to in-game day from the in-game day stuff. So you can either go from 8 to 31 days. Incinerate blocks, this is for the fire stuff, so you can change what blocks get incinerated and what doesn't. And then require the radar, which is in just this little category. But yeah, that's your config stuff now. So there's quite a bit of stuff. Let's just let this fire cook a bit more. Default maximum tornado size has actually been doubled, so you can get way bigger tornadoes. Including that, you can actually increase the block size to 1,000 blocks. On average, they will be somewhat stronger and larger. Cyclone intensification has been modified a little bit, so now in theory they should intensify a little bit slower. That sheep was on fire. Okay. Fix some bugs with the cyclones that was exposed by refracting. Night precipitation was cut off by whatever the old cold base was, so that got fixed. Fix how tornadoes communicate from the server to client, which helped improve performance. Fix the bug how storm loads chunks leading to major performance improvements on the server side, so yay. Maybe a little bit less usage on the servers after a while. And good grief, this fire's starting to spread fast. I gotta back away from this, hold up. They finally fixed an issue for the Intel iGPUs, which should help their performance quite a bit. So that's just all the things that got changed. You can read the change log for yourself. I kind of have it pulled up here. I'll have it pulled up here for you guys, just to kind of have you look through if you want to. But let's just see how quickly this spreads. And actually, let's give ourselves some like iron armor real quickly. So the temperature and heat and all that kind of stuff will definitely affect you. Yeah, see how close you get to the fire? It gets really hot. It gets warm. So if you throw some armor on, that should help protect you from the heat a little bit. As you saw right there, I kind of backed away. But yeah, you're not immune to fire. The only way you can really get away from it is run away, or you could just do what I'm doing right here. And you're pretty much safe from the fire for now. Yeah, you can definitely get burnt, and it's a little... That'll definitely be a little bit scary in a survival world. Especially if you get a period of, like, major drought. But I don't have to worry about that for now. We can kind of just come on out here, but good grief, this wildfire's kind of really spread now. I mean, good grief, this wildfire's just really spreading like crazy, dude. Look at all the charred blocks and everything right now. Everything's just been decimated. Now what happens when I do this? Spawn. Let's do this. This should go pretty well. The fire might start getting put out from the rain and whatnot, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I know the rain stuff has been changed to be a bit better as well, but I mean, look how everything's developing. This looks really good. There might have been some stuff I missed, so I do apologize for that on the changelog, but I know the rain stuff has been changed to be a little bit more, I guess, kind of realistic in ways. Yeah, we'll see how this develops. So let's put the fire extinguisher to work, kind of show you what it can do. You can definitely try to set the fire out. Wow, I cannot speak. But yeah, you can use this to help contain the fire, and it actually works pretty well. So if you have like multiple people trying to contain the fire, that'll be very helpful. This thing's also getting like really big too, so that's a little warming. Oh my gosh, dude, it's doing a lot of damage. I was gonna come and decimate this area of this wildfire area. Yep, here we go. This is all just getting decimated. Okay. Well, why have a wildfire when you can also have a tornado come right through as well? But when you enter this, dude, wow, I didn't even notice that. The sky will also change as well because of the ashfall and whatnot. Especially when you get to the fire regions. That's really cool. I think, at least. At least that's what it looks like. Yeah. Color changes in the fire zone as well. That's really cool. But we'll come back to that in a bit. Look how big this thing is, dude. Like, good grief. This thing's actually very large. Good grief, dude. That tornado's actually got really big. Wow. I kind of targeted it back to me so I could kind of get a little thumbnail shot here. But jeez, dude, that tornado is huge now. I feel like they just changed the texture of the tornado a little bit. The wall cause and everything. I feel like that got changed a little bit. I don't know if I'm tripping, but it looks like it did. And it actually looks pretty darn good. And the player over here, you cannot see this tornado one bit. But all this rain, it looks like the wildfire's getting put out quite quickly. Lots of rain. Oh, this tornado is right here. It is completely rain wrapped. Okay. It is like pretty big as well. And violent. Dude, this is huge. Oh my gosh. Huge, huge, huge tornado right now. Good grief, dude. Wow, dude. That is just crazy huge. Oh, I think it's at peak width, guys. I'm not even joking. It actually might be at like peak width. This thing is absolutely huge. I really didn't think tornadoes this big and PMWeather would be this big, dude. If you get a tornado like this as a natural tornado, I think it's just over for you. I think you're just dead. I legitimately don't think you have any sort of chance of surviving. Let's just be real right now, guys. You're not living a tornado with the 300 mile an hour winds that is 1,000 blocks wide. Yeah, you're thoroughly screwed if you just encounter a tornado this big, dude. Just don't even try anymore. Just get on the ground and hope you don't die at this point. This is what happens when a tornado hits 1,000 blocks wide, guys. Oh my gosh. Fire aside, which is what this mod's mainly about. This thing's just ridiculously huge, dude. Just look at the destruction that it's caused. It's done so much destruction, my chunks are even loading. Well, if I had a mini-map mod, dude, this would be insane to look at. Oh my gosh. The fact that you could just have this without any of the other mods is just insane, dude. Like, look at this swath of damage it's caused. Oh my gosh. Fires aside, dude, this is just crazy, crazy stuff. Crazy damage. If this was somewhat helpful for you guys and you enjoyed this, I would really appreciate if you like to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, check the description down below. There's a lot of stuff down there. Thank you guys for all the support, and I'll be see you all later. Take care.